I had a new name yesterday at a function that I went. She's called Dr. B. She's Beulah, so I just liked the B. And she's the secretary for the Ministry of ICT, Post and Career Services. Let me also acknowledge Mr. Edward Nyamuda and my Eunice Nyamuda, the co-founder of Compunic Systems. You know, it's something that I also liked on Mama Eunice. Mama, may you please stand so that people can see you. It's something that I want you to acknowledge and see. You see a hair. Do you see it? The young people, do you see it? It means and it says a lot. Thank you very much, Mama. Can you please sit? When you've got white hair, you should be able to know that munaona shakawanda. Adita shakawanda. And there is a lot that you have to learn from that person. We always have challenges when young people think maybe their position has been taken by older people. That's not it. We are there to complement their efforts. We are there to make sure that whatever the journey that they have walked, we are there to make sure that we continue with the journey and learn from them. We appreciate you, we love you, and may God continue to bless you. Let me also acknowledge Dr. Douglas Mboweni and Amai, who are here. Dr. Douglas Mboweni is the Group CEO of Econet Wireless for 22 years. I heard about that today. And well done. And congratulations. You know, it's, there's a lot of experience that we need to learn from you in this industry. And we really want to appreciate you and celebrate you. Mr. Simon Yamuda, the Managing Director of Compunic Systems, my dear brother. You know, he's a person of a few words, but more action. And I think that's what we're supposed to do. Talk less and act more. Because if you've realized, but now I've just said so we're saying, you see, it's like I've been stupid to put a shamoko because, hey, let me also acknowledge Ms. Sikelo Moyo Adue, the STEM lady and the UN advisor to STEM in Africa. Ms. Sikelo Adue, we appreciate you. We want to celebrate you. You have done a lot of conferences to make sure that you empower the girl child and for you to also empower every young person to get into STEM. Well done. Mr. Tawanda Chambakwe, the founder and CEO of Precision Aerial Group. Engineer Prudence Kadengo, the Deputy Director, Research, Innovation and Education at Arup Jesuit University. Mr. Brett Hansbeck, the MD of East Skill Trading. Ms. Blessing Zawasi, the Managing Consultancy of Consult BTM. Dr. Wisa Rukasha, the Group CEO of MON IPEC International, members of the Fourth Estate. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a very good morning to you all. Honorable guests, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure and a deep sense of responsibility that I stand before you today as we inaugurate the Evolve ICT Summit 2024. This gathering represents a crucial milestone in our journey towards harnessing the power of technology to drive economic growth, foster innovation, and improve the lives of all Zimbabweans and Africans. Zimbabwe is our home, and the solutions to building a digitally connected nation come from us ourselves. A nation is built by its own. And in Shona they say, Nika. And in Ndebele they say, Ilizwe. You know, after His Excellency, our President, taught us this, for me, those are some of the very few words that I began to know in Ndebele. Ilizwe lakhiwa labanikazi bayo. A nation is built by its own. And we believe that we are there to build our Zimbabwe. We are there to build the digital space that we want. We want to thank you for all the innovations, for everything that you have done towards making sure that you are there to shape and be able to also upgrade and also move the digital landscape to where you want it to be. So indeed, we really want to thank you for that. Our President has been very clear. He has said that let us build our Zimbabwe. He has been very clear, let us digitalize Zimbabwe. For us to digitalize Zimbabwe, it takes us, as people of Zimbabwe, to be able to make sure that we push this. For us to be able to push the narrative and be able to make sure that we assist our President in achieving this vision. It doesn't need us to sit at the periphery. It needs us to get involved for us to be able to achieve this. As we embark on this momentous occasion, it is imperative that we reflect on the immense potential that lies within this. We need to also realize that the digital economy has emerged as a powerful force for change, reshaping industries and also transcending boundaries. In Zimbabwe, we are committed to leveraging this transformative power to build a future that is inclusive, sustainable, and also prosperous for all. From a policy perspective, this year we saw His Excellency, our President, Dr. Inaugural, launch 3 national ICT policies. These policies are a solid foundation for our journey to building a digital economy, with more policies focusing on disruptive technologies in the works. We are looking right now at us coming up with an artificial intelligence policy, which we believe is not only for us as a ministry, but we need to be able to indulge so that we're able to fulfill this. Artificial intelligence, blockchain, we need to look at this machine learning, Internet of Things. These technologies are upon us. And for us as a country, we're not spared. What we need to do is for us to make sure, from a government perspective, we come up with the right policies. And you're supposed to be the implementers of us being able to achieve this. Yesterday, I went to a company which is called Access Solutions. When I went there, I got to appreciate that they've put in one of the corners and that they've said to say they want to be able to push in terms of Internet of Things, where you're seeing them with these gadgets to also make sure that they would enhance in terms of the health sector and also the agriculture sector. We have also seen that when I went to ZITF, I went to the Econet stand, there were a lot of IoT machines which were there. And we're saying this is the way to go for us as a country. We need to continuously be able to innovate, be able to look at what we need to do for us to progress. And for us as government, we are there to support all these initiatives and also be able to make sure that there is that conducive environment which is going to enable everyone to be able to prosper. Central to our vision, we have got what we're calling the National Broadband Plan, a strategic roadmap which we believe is there to expand access to high-speed internet connectivity across our nation. Recognizing that access to broadband is not just a luxury, but a fundamental right. We are committed to bridging the digital divide and ensuring that every Zimbabwean has access to the tools and the resources that they need to thrive in the digital age. Complementing our efforts is also the National ICT Policy, which we believe is a comprehensive framework that sets out our strategic objectives and priorities for the years ahead. This policy underscores our commitment to us fostering an environment that is conducive and also innovative, which also is there to make sure we propel investment and entrepreneurship. By promoting digital literacy, strengthening cybersecurity, and enhancing the regulatory environment, we are laying the foundation of a vibrant and dynamic ICT sector that drives economic growth and creates jobs. At the heart of our strategy lies the Smart Zimbabwe 2030 Master Plan. This is the vision of our President, whereby we need to digitalize our economy. We need for us to be seen looking at all smart initiatives that we have. The Smart Zimbabwe Master Plan, you see smart agriculture, smart tourism, smart mining. And we are saying we need smart cities. We also need to also tell you that we've already started up, coming up with what we're calling smart villages. We are seeing us making sure that we've got telemedicine in areas in all these villages, making sure that we connect them connected, going to the rural areas to make sure that everyone has access to broadband and also has access to connectivity. We also need to make sure that we need to improve public service delivery. This is at the heart of our president, and for us as a ministry, we've come up with what we're calling an enterprise architectural modeling, which is seeing us being able to connect all ministries, to also make sure that we've got a communication system which is seamless, which will also be able to see us. Yes, there was a lot of talks about saying, yes, as government, we need to be able to make sure that our emails are also protected, and we also need to be using the .gov domain, which already as a ministry we have already started, starting off with about 10 ministries actually having the .gov domain. And we also need to make sure that our websites are also quite efficient and also reliable. This is the trust that we have as a government in terms of us looking at us digitalizing Zimbabwe. We also need to harness the power of these emerging technologies, like what I have said, and we also need to build a future that is smarter, that is also more efficient and more sustainable. While we have made some progress, we also believe that we need to recognize that our journey is far from over. We need to continuously be able to move. And indeed, let us thank CompuLink for coming up with this summit, which is an inaugural one. And they've always been having these summits, but they say this time we need to take a step forward. And we even wanted to go regional. And we really want to thank you for this initiative. And we are saying, for us to be able to progress as a government, we need the support of private players. This is a collaboration that we need, and it's not only about us, but it's about us together, you and us together. I really want to be able to make sure that in the same way we are there to indulge, we are there to also be able to make sure that we engage so that we are able to bring about the significant progress that we want in this industry and sector. There is a saying which says, no matter how much you push, there are things that take time. I'll tell you a very good example that we know it. If you want to give birth, it has to be 9 months. Yes, of course, you can say premature, yes, can be 7, can be 8, but as much as you can push, everything takes time. There are some things which naturally take time. And indeed, I'm saying, one thing that we need to be able to appreciate and understand is that for CompuLink to be where it is today, is time. And it's a vision which was given birth and now has to move on. And I really want to thank you for having this vision and continuously pushing for you to be able to make sure that you also complement the efforts that government has. And this we greatly appreciate, for we know that with your collaboration, with you also making sure that you push, we'll be able to get to the Zimbabwe that you want. I really like the theme of this conference, which is saying lead with vision. The word of God says that my people perish because of lack of wisdom, lack of vision. If you've got a vision, you won't perish. And we believe that Zimbabwe has a vision, which is Vision 2030, which we are saying the vision has to be achieved by us collaborating, by us playing our part. And we really want to thank you, all of you, for coming here and attending this conference. And there's a lot that we need to do. And like what I've said, the peers knows it, Dr. B, that we are saying our doors are open. Come through. If you think there's anything that you think we need to be able to also initiate in this country, our doors are open. Any post that you think would actually be able to propel Zimbabwe, they are free to come through. And let me also thank you, CompuLink, for also inspiring, for motivating, and also elevating people. And this is very much commendable. We believe that there's a lot that you'll still be able to contribute towards the development of Zimbabwe. And we believe that we start from somewhere. And this is a journey that we'll be able to support. And every other time when we have these conferences, we are there to serve, and we are here to make sure that we're available. So indeed, let me thank you all for coming to this conference. And we believe that the deliberations that we made at this conference are also going to also assist us in also doing our work. And indeed, let me thank you for this opportunity you've given us as the ministry. We are very much grateful for this. I thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together.